Hello, Bears Nation. If you're a fan of the Chicago Bears and always keep up with the latest moves in the NFL, you already know that the future of the franchise could be about to take a giant leap forward. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the heavy moves happening behind the scenes and how they could transform the team for the coming years. If you're ready to be surprised, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. The Chicago Bears are showing they're not messing around. The team has already started strengthening to compete with the NFL's best, with the arrival of two key names, Drew Dalman and Grady Jarrett. When we talk about the offensive and defensive lines, it's impossible to ignore the importance of these players. Dalman promises to be the foundation that will protect Caleb Williams, the young QB who could be the key to the team's future success. Meanwhile, Jarrett comes to be the nightmare of opposing QBs, dominating the game in the interior of the defensive line. But wait, there's more. Rumors indicate that Chicago might be eyeing Jaire Alexander, the CB from the Green Bay Packers. And if this trade happens, our secondary would become unbeatable. Now, the big question is it worth the risk in the short term, spending draft picks to secure an elite player like Alexander? And don't think the moves will stop there. What would you say if McCaffrey, the running back from the 49ers, also ended up in Chicago? Imagine the explosive combination of Caleb Williams and Christian McCaffrey on offense. An unstoppable offense, ready to conquer everything. The price? Well, that could be a challenge. Should the Bears pay the price for a game-changing player? Or is it better to focus on the future and maintain the team's balance? Now, we want to hear your opinion, Bears Nation. What would you do if you were in the shoes of the team's management? Comment below and let us know if you prefer a short-term gamble with McCaffrey or keeping the focus on building a solid team for the coming years. And if you like this content and want to know more about everything related to the Chicago Bears, don't forget to subscribe to Bears News Fan Report and activate the bell to stay on top of everything. Of course, this scenario of reinforcements and big acquisitions isn't just limited to the players coming in. The Chicago Bears are showing a winning mentality, looking to transform their roster into a true contender. The arrival of Dalman and Jarrett is just the beginning, and the fan base is already wondering, who will be the next big name to wear a Bears jersey? If the team manages to close the deal for Jaire Alexander, the Bears' secondary will not just be a defensive line, it will be an impenetrable wall. Alongside Jalen Johnson, Alexander would bring incredible coverage power, making Chicago's defense one of the most feared in the league. And to complement this unit, who knows, they might even reinforce the defensive line with a few more key players from the market. Just imagine how far we could go. Now, talking about the offense, adding a name like Christian McCaffrey would be a game changer. He's not just a running back. McCaffrey is one of the most versatile players in the NFL, capable of being a secret weapon both in the running and passing games. Together with Caleb Williams, McCaffrey could form an explosive duo, completely changing the dynamic of the Bears' offense. With a strengthened offensive line and solid options like DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and a promising rookie Romo Don, McCaffrey's arrival would be the finishing touch. The combination of running and passing plays, with the solid protection given by Dalman, could elevate the Chicago Bears to the top of the NFC. Of course, the cost of a deal like that wouldn't be small, but the immediate impact of McCaffrey would be worth it, wouldn't it? Now, Bears Nation, it's time to reflect. What do you think? Would it be wiser to bet on the present and make a deal with McCaffrey? Or is it better to focus on the future, keeping assets to ensure a solid foundation for the years to come? Remember, the NFL market never stops, and a last-minute move can change everything. If the Bears make the right play, the team could become an unbeatable force in the coming years, with a fierce defense and an explosive offense. As a Bears fan, I'm really excited about the moves happening behind the scenes. The Chicago Bears have shown they're willing to do whatever it takes to transform the team and create a true dynasty. Signing players like Drew Dalman and Grady Jarrett, along with the possibility of bringing in someone like Jaire Alexander or Christian McCaffrey, really sets Chicago on a path that could be the start of something very special. The win-now mentality is clear, and I personally think the team is making the right moves by reinforcing both the offensive and defensive lines. If Caleb Williams gets the protection he needs and McCaffrey actually arrives, it would be a practically unstoppable offense, something that could make the difference in the playoffs race, and who knows, even a Super Bowl run. As for the defense, the possibility of bringing in Jair Alexander is tempting. He, alongside Jalen Johnson, would form one of the best cornerback duos in the NFL, and that would make our defense a true force. I'm all for taking the risk and making the trade, because if you want to win now, you need key players who can transform the team, and McCaffrey is exactly the type of player that does that. In the end, the team's vision for the future seems well-balanced between the short and long term. It's not just about building a solid foundation for the future, but also seizing opportunities now. When you have a young, promising QB and a rising defense, I believe the Bears are on the right track, and if they nail these negotiations, our team could finally shine again in the NFL spotlight. Now, I want to know from you, Bears Nation, what do you think of these moves? Will we become champions again? See you next time, Bears Nation.